Just gorgeous. So the palate, the initial arrival is probably one of my favorite parts of this dram. Initial arrival, it's so oily, waxy, and that mouthfeel is just incredible, in my opinion. Well, good day everybody, and welcome to my channel Whisky Journey. Today I've got another single malt Scotch whisky review for you guys. Apologies, I'm quite far to the left. I'm kind of having to lean in. My cat over here has stolen my other seat and he's refusing to budge. So yeah, apologies if it looks a bit weird the way I'm sitting. Anyway, what am I reviewing today? I'm going to be reviewing this bottle right here. So this is a 27-year-old Jura, bottled by Whisky Sponge. A bit more information on the bottle. So it's a multi-vintage mix, matured in a refill barrel and then a refill hogshead. 334 bottles only, and as I said, 27-year-old. Now, when it comes to Jura, I will be absolutely honest, every single Jura I've had has been pretty mediocre. You see it all the time in the supermarkets. I've tried their official bottlings and I've just found them flat. Generally quite lower strength and just not overly interesting. But I decided to get this because it's an independent bottling of Jura, and I thought it might be quite interesting because it's got a decent amount of age on it. Right, so I spent a bit of time with this bottle. I decided not to review it straight away, but decided to just spend a bit of time just getting to know the dram and just trying to get my head around all the notes that I can get from this one, because it is quite complex. But we'll just get onto the nose first and see what we get first. Okay, so the first notes I get pear. There is a sweetness like honey, almost like beeswax, that sort of note. Behind that that sweetness from the honey, I'm getting some minerals as well, so some stone or pebbles. There's a very interesting vegetal type funk on this nose as well, which makes it very, very interesting in my opinion. Get a bit of toasted oak as well, some woodiness. It's quite a fresh dram, quite a lot of vibrancy in the nose. There's also some coastal notes as well, so definitely some spray, sea spray, that sort of vibe going on. It really is a stunning nose. It does take a little bit of time to come out in the glass. This has been sitting, I think, for about half an hour now, and it changes in the glass over time. I did try this in the Copita, and to be honest, I much preferred the nose on the Glencairn. I found the Copita to emphasize too much of the wood, but the Glencairn just blends everything very nicely together on the nose. Yeah, it's just a stunning nose. So fruit, pears, as I said, that vegetal funk. Yeah, lovely nose. Okay, so let's just try it on the palate and see what we get. just gorgeous. So the palate, the initial arrival is probably one of my favorite parts of this dram. Initial arrival, it's so oily, waxy, and that mouthfeel is just incredible in my opinion. Really waxy, honeyed, beeswax, salt, pear, concentrated pear drops, apple, a little bit of vegetal notes as well, minerals, sea spray, and then the finish is just, it's almost like like if you've got copper coins, like a penny or 2 penny, and you put them in your pocket, you take out your, it always seems to land up in the dregs of the pocket, and you take that out and you smell your hands afterwards. You get that coppery sort of copper coin sort of smell to your hands. I get that on the finish with this one, and when I first got it, I was quite intrigued by it, and I thought maybe it was just me, but no. Now in the finish, that copper coin sort of feel to it, taste to it, is in the finish. There's a bit of vanilla there too, but you're still getting really nice coastal notes, nice saltiness, sea spray, just so well balanced, really well balanced, just really great quality, and I doubt it's made me a fan of Jura, this bottle, to be honest, because before with the official bottlings wasn't really that blown away. Right, we're just going to add a few drops of water. Can't remember if I said what the strength was on this. So the strength is 52.1%. So just added a few drops of water just to see if that opens up the nose anymore. I don't think it really needs water, to be absolutely frank, but we'll just give it a try. Even now, that finish of copper coins still there. It's just lovely. And more beeswax coming out now in the finish as well. Beautifully sweet. Right, so let's just see what the nose gives us now with just a few drops of water. Okay, so those few drops of water have made it a bit herbal, and yeah, that the fruitier side, so the pear note has been pushed a bit. So now definitely more herbal. That vegetal funk has been pushed as well, just a little bit. Still getting there's some barnyard notes there, definitely. Still getting those coastal notes, sea spray, oysters. Yeah, some nice soil, rich soil note, bit of earth as well. Yeah, so with water, I'm not sure if I prefer it with water. I think I like it at its natural strength on the nose. I think it's very fruity, and those lovely notes of pear and honey get pushed a little bit. And it's coming back now, but I definitely preferred the nose without the water. Either way, let's just have a wee taste and see what we get with those few drops of water. That's just lovely. So the initial palate, again, waxy, but perhaps not quite as waxy as at full strength, in my opinion. However, I think the water has definitely brought out more of the pear. Getting some apricot as well, some sweet apple. This is really a sweet, quite a sweet dram overall. After the initial fruits, you're now getting more minerals, sea spray, honey, and that lovely beeswax note towards the end of the finish that just remains on the palate. It's all very, very sweet. And now the copper coin element is coming in the finish just at the end there now, and that finish is long. It just stays around for quite some time. I've spent quite a bit of time with this dram, as I've said, and the nose, when you leave the glass and you finished your dram, the nose the next day on this just smells lovely. It's got a lovely nose even when the glass is empty. Some more minerals coming out there, some more pebbles. I think this is just a very, very interesting complex dram, and it's, I mean, no other Jura has come even close to this, in my opinion, that I've tasted. And I really wish that Jura would release stuff like this, you know, cask strength, a bit of age, but yeah, I don't know if we'll ever get to see anything that interesting from Jura unless they change the game a wee bit. But this independent bottling of Jura is just fantastic. Yeah, definitely a bit of grassiness as well now on the nose. I'm not going to have a third sip, but just doing just a smell of the nose again. Yeah, grassy, herbal now as well with that water, but still getting some of the lovely fruit and honey. A bit more wood influence as well, I think, with a few drops of water. I think I prefer it overall. I prefer it without the water. However, the fruit and the pear and the apples really became more prominent with a bit of water. So you probably, if you get a bottle of this, it's nice just to experiment and play around a wee bit. But yeah, that is a fantastic dram. Kudos to Whisky Sponge for this. It's really, really good. Sure, it's not cheap, but yeah, if you want, you know, independent Jura is a difficult thing to get. So if you want to try independent Jura, then if you can get a sample of this, definitely get a sample and see what you think. The bottle for me has taken a bit of time to settle down a wee bit, but I think now, from where I'm sitting at just past halfway, I believe, it's really, really starting to come into its element and shine. Okay, so yeah, highly recommended and highly enjoyable. Okay, guys. All right. So yeah, so that's the Whisky Sponge Jura 27-year-old, and great bottle. The next review will be, we'll carry on with the Cask Whisper series with a bit of peat from the Lockendall distillery. But as usual, guys, thanks for watching my content. Please like, comment and subscribe if you wish. But otherwise, guys, nothing much else to say except have a fantastic day, and I'll see all of you again soon. Take care, guys. Cheers.